cat run around, and then it was like then she got up on top of the where the computer was, and I'm like, nope. So she would be like meowing in the background, and I was like, nah, that's not gonna happen now.
People love hearing about your cat.
Yeah, nobody's hearing about my cat. We're like aren't we like in like a pre-broadcast right now?
No, we're in it, man. This is it.
Oh
yeah, man, we are live.
Are doing this thing.
We are doing
40 seconds in.
This will all quiet down in a second.
Okay. Yay. Hooray. Hello.
It's stream out on its own.
Ah.
Hey, everybody.
So how's everybody doing in your pandemic apocalypse?
It's not an apocalypse, man.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
We're still in the early stages. Hey,
we're in the early stage.
I know this. I did some research earlier today. I watched Resident Evil Apocalypse on Netflix.
Oh, listen to you. It's like I watched this documentary today.
I am like deliberately trying to avoid watching like those like pandemic, outbreak, contagion.
Right.
You know, I'm just like, there's enough things on my mind without having to worry about like getting more ideas.
No, dude. You should watch those for educational purposes. Okay? Educational purposes.
I'll tell you this much: people I still have to go to work. So,
well, my county, not my county, but my city, I guess, my township area, Hendersonville, is on a safer at home order.
It is the whole county.
I'm lucky, man. My work's cool, and I'm lucky because I can work from home. You know what I'm saying?
I don't get to experience that joy. It's safer at home. I have to go to work every night. Although they are cutting back the hours, which is all right. Okay. And they have said that they will guarantee a minimum payment.
Yeah.
Each week.
What does that mean?
It depends on like. Mean? Like they're guaranteeing to pay you at least like $750 a week.
Guarantee your downside, basically.
Yeah. It's like they're cutting back to 32 hours, and they said, you know, where I work, they have like a bonus system. Huh?
Right. They have a bonus system.
Yeah.
Okay, explain that to me. This is great for everyone's going to want to hear about what we're doing at work or not at work.
Hey, this is interesting. Go tell me.
Go ahead. Everybody loves what's going on at work.
So I work for a Nucor subsidiary. Nucor basically says the tons you get out the door adds a percentage to your paycheck. Like if you say at 65%, you break even, and every 10 points above 65%, you get like an extra $1 on the hour. So at 75%, you're making another $1 on the hour, and at like 105%, you're making like another $4 on the hour.
It sounds confusing to me.
Yeah, it is confusing. I think it's a bit of a nickel and dime kind of deal. But
everybody's having to, you know.
But the one good thing about Nucor is they don't lay people off.
Yeah.
I mean, you might be sweeping the shop floor for 8 hours, but
yeah, right. Dicking around for 8 hours.
But I mean, that's been the problem of my job. I mean,
you running out of shit to do.
Well, not yet.
I ain't got nothing to do. My work don't care. They're awesome.
I have absolutely nothing to do. Yesterday, I watched like 2 movies at work.
See, well, I watch TV at work anyway, but I still get.
I never have time to do.
But with that said, I did update a computer and take care of an accounting issue at work today.
Computer.
But everybody's having the same struggles. We should intro. I mean,
if you want, we're only 5 minutes into this.
Yeah.
This is
This
Geek and Comics. Outright Geekery's comic book shit talk show.
Shit talk show.
We might as well keep some semblance of the same. David.
Keeping a routine.
We were doing this. See, Adam Hank Johnson in the chat, and this is why we moved the show. Let me say that first. Thanks for hanging out, Adam, in the chat. We used to do this show just audio and post it up to the Outright Geekery website and push it that way. But we can do both. I can rip the audio from this and continue to have that audio stream, so those folks who have been listening forever don't lose anything. But StreamYard's free. Oh, you all right?
Yeah,
you all right there, David? Okay?
It was just it was when my TV remote fell off.
Well, be careful, man.
Yeah.
But now we can have an interaction with the line. Yeah, and BP is essential. And Adam, thank you for being essential. I mean, I know you're just selling cigarettes and beer right now, but hey, whatever. I used to work the C-store circuit. I love the convenience store because I love people, but it just doesn't pay enough, and that's wrong. That's a travesty, especially in these times. It's being shown you guys are needed. But I am your co-host Gomer, and with me as always, obviously, the Diamond Comics to my local comic book shops, aka David.
Oh, we're going to be shutting down for a little while,
And
folks. You're on your own.
We are the typical two who host this show and hosted it for like 100 episodes, quite a few episodes.
I don't even know how many episodes we have.
Because we don't
this show has gone through like such different iterations that
we don't number the episodes. We date the episodes, so that's cool. But we're here with Adam Kendrick. Adam.
What's up, man?
He is my brother from another mother. We do another podcast together called Instruments of Destruction, where all of our dumbasses do is review Transformers comics.
Yeah, we just talk about Transformers shit, which I don't know.
Which used to be the best thing ever, and now it's the biggest drag of the week. I'm like, oh man, I got to read these Transformers comics again.
It's kind of fun to shit on them, though. It is.
How do I let people on Twitter know through our Twitter that we're streaming live right now?
Oh, you just find the live stream. You go to the Outright Geekery page, and then on the left-hand side, you click on live. And I'm glad I'm giving you tech support while we're doing the show.
You're doing your job while.
And then our video's in there, and you click on our video and open it, and then that's the link. It'll be a link.
Alrighty.
I can just give you the number. You want me just to read out the URL?
Well, why don't you just copy and paste it for me, and
I can do that. I can do that. I don't know if that'll work on Facebook since I'm already in the. But see, you're not in the thing. Are you in the chat?
In the chat?
Yeah, are you in the chat?
Which chat? There's like 3 chats going.
Well, there's a private chat on StreamYard.
Yes, I see it now.
All right, I'll post it in there.
Hooray. Thank you. I appreciate
now, again,
that.
Everyone listening, which I think is just Adam at this point, Adam Hank Johnson. Thanks again. And I think he might have left. But this is our first time streaming live to Facebook. Now, Outright Geekery has like a 19,000 member Facebook page, and we've just been like posting memes and stuff. I mean,
basically, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with posting memes, especially on social media. But it's like, hey, why not use this? Incorporate a chat, try to get some buzz going, and
try to get a community going because
exactly.
we definitely need it in these times because we're not going to places to
especially now. But and we'll get into this later. Our community is kind of at a crossroads. It's kind of at a terrible junction. But I guess the first thing to ask is, what's up? How's everybody doing? What's up? No more work talk, David. Shut up about your damn job. What is going on otherwise in the realm of nerd and geekery? What's going on?
Absolutely nothing, man. Everything's canceled.
Oh, my God, Adam. You're ruining it for me.
What am I supposed to tell you? Everything? Okay,
I don't know.
Okay.
Make something up. Say, I skipped this movie.
Let's talk about this.
Go ahead.
Okay. So let's talk about how possibly the movie industry is getting shaken up right now.
Okay.
Due to this whole virus, we're seeing all these movies like the Universal movies, like what was it, The Hunt, The Invisible Man.
All got moved to digital. Bloodshot.
All got moved straight to digital. Yeah,
Bloodshot, man. If this isn't the only validation that the Valiant fans were going to get, because everybody's crapping on that movie. I have not seen it, but all the critics are crapping on that movie. Even
critics are going to crap on the movie.
Oh, they're not. They are pretty fair.
It is
they're fair.
Are they fair?
Vin Diesel action movie.
Exactly. What more do you want?
Right. So as long as they deliver a B Vin Diesel action movie, I'll be happy when I see it.
Me too.
I am Bloodshot.
But that's some validation because
that's pretty good.
There are no studio numbers, so they can say, "Well, we would have won. If there would have been a movie, we would have won." And they probably would have.
My only problem is I think even though they did release these digitally, I do think they're priced too high. $20 to watch it. I mean,
what's your a sweet spot for the prices on the digital releases? Chat too, if you're listening.
I mean, I'd be willing to pay $10 for like a view. Maybe.
Okay, now let me play devil's advocate because I tend to agree with you. $10, $9.99, $8.99.
Yeah, something like that.
$12.99. Like if it's a Marvel movie, Black Widow was available for $12.99. I'd be all over that. But let me play devil's advocate. Okay, You and your old lady, Friday night, going out to the movies, popcorn, soda, candy.
That's dangerous in this time.
No, I'm not talking about doing it. I'm talking theoretically, hypothetically.
Well, I mean,
you go to the
it
movies.
is definitely a lot cheaper.
It's a whole lot damn cheaper. Now,
it's still
what
not
you're
cheap
saying,
enough, though.
what you're saying is that they're selling an experience
Right.
at the theater. I can have that experience at home. You know, I got a 60-inch TV and surround sound. It's not the exact same, but if you weigh everything out, and that's what I'm saying. Where is your sweet spot? Because the market has decided that night out costs you $40, $30 or $40.
Right. And here's the thing: is if I'm gonna watch it on my TV anyway, I might as well just sit and wait for it to come out to a streaming service I already pay for. If it's gonna be $20,
yeah,
I think it should just be
exactly. Just wait it 6 months, and then. For $20, you can own it. Why not wait 3 to 6 months and then just buy the damn thing?
Yep, that was what I said.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were talking about renting it once it's on regular video on demand.
Yeah, you're right.
Or you can do that, and it's just another few weeks. David,
yes,
you've been quiet about these movies. Are you sharing out the show to random social media places?
Like I am actually.
Did you hit up the CBI? Did you hit up the Comic Book?
I don't do a lot of the stuff on Facebook anymore. I've pretty much focused on Twitter.
Come on, man. Well, go ahead. What is your opinion on these videos that have gone direct to digital instead of the theaters because of the current,
I think
worldwide pandemic? I used to play video games, but that's the only place we would ever use the term worldwide pandemic is in a video game. Now look what's happening. Go ahead, David. I'm sorry.
I think it's actually a good thing. I don't know if I would. If I really wanted to see the movie, I would go to the theater. But given the current circumstances, it is a good
theater now.
I'm not going to the theater. No.
No, what I'm saying is, but what about the video on demand? Like you can buy the movie or rent the movie for $20.
I think $20 is a little steep, but if it was something I really wanted to see,
catch up.
Well, if it's something I really wanted to see, yes, I might rent it.
It might just be the movies that they've released right now because I'm not paying $20 to see The Invisible Man.
I think that's the point. All right, let's talk about the movies that are coming up that have already moved. That everyone was saying maybe these will go VOD.
See, I'd pay $20.
Black Widow, Wonder Woman 84,
Fast and Furious. I'd pay $20 to see.
I don't know.
I probably would see.
That new James Bond movie.
But which services are we talking about? What services are we talking about? Like already you're saying like. If you're saying like Black Widow, so obviously we know we're going to get that on Disney Plus. I have Disney Plus, but
we might not get it on Disney Plus. Why would they give the movie away for free? They'd be better off taking it to Amazon and all these other Apple and all these other pay for basically renting the movie for $20. That's what we're talking about. $20 is too high, but for a movie like Black Widow, I might pay $20.
I might, but
because my whole family would want to see that. My kids don't want to see The Invisible Man or The Hunt, and I definitely don't want to see Trolls in What the Hell Ever. My kid's been watching Frozen 2 6 times a day. Thanks, Disney.
Yay!
Yeah,
let it go.
No, they don't even have that in there.
It's the other one.
Yeah, and Adam Hempseed, my boy from back in the day, what sucks about theaters is you have to depend on other people not being an asshole. Exactly. I don't like going to the movie theaters unless it's like a big deal. And even then, it's only like matinee after the fact. A lot of people love getting into a full theater, and everybody cheering at the same time. And I get that for special things, like that Endgame moment where everyone's cheering.
Yeah.
That would have been a dope.
That was a great experience.
That was a cultural event. So that one we were all experiencing together. So I can understand wanting to be in a packed theater for that. But most of the time when I go to a theater, I want it to be empty. I go at times. I usually wait a couple weeks, and I go at times when there's nobody there.
See.
Just so I can kick back and relax and not worry about some asshole sneezing next to me.
That's the problem. That's everyone's big beef right now. Please don't sneeze or cough on me.
That
or it was get off your phone.
Gotta stay away from
Shut up with your damn rapper.
Don't don't crowd me. I don't understand why we have to be crowded around so we can speak. You can stay 6 feet away. Thank you very much.
Just call me.
Just
call
don't.
me.
Just send an email.
Yeah, right. But I mean, I don't know, man.
Man, I would appreciate it if I could learn American Sign Language at this point.
Oh, there you go. That's the new thing. Everyone should learn sign language.
That way you could like with all these governors and all these officials, and you have all the sign language going on right next to them.
Yeah,
and it's just like, man, is this person really keeping up with what they're saying, or is he like, no, this is actually worse than you think it is, and he's signing it. He's like, you don't know this shit.
What else is going on? Adam also says that Star Wars Rise of Skywalker isn't on Disney Plus, but you can buy it on Vudu. He's absolutely right. That's on early release. And they pushed it up. Disney pushed up that early release. So, but that wasn't in. That had already had its theatrical run, for the most part.
Yeah, they did release it early though. That they were waiting to release it. So,
this will go. The live streaming to YouTube is still up in the air. We're not sure if we're going to do that. And the only reason is, and I'm upfront about it, you got to pay for that on StreamYard. And I have the money to do it, but I'd like to make money off Patreon. And David, do you have those links for the Patreon that you can put into the live feed?
I can put them up. Yes.
Yeah. Find the links
on
for
Twitter.
The Patreon. And then, no, you don't put them in the live feed. You need to get into this live feed. I'll get them.
All
but
right.
That's what we're trying. I'll do it, dude, because I got it right here. So, all right, yeah, let's talk about that since Adam brought it up. We do want to push it to YouTube eventually. The thing about YouTube right now is the Outright Geekery YouTube channel.
Not awesome.
No, it's not terrible, jerk. We just haven't paid a lot of attention to it. We focus on the site, we focus on social media, and we're all a volunteer sort of thing. We're just nerds who like to get together and have fun. So we just kind of ignored YouTube in lieu of, other things.
Nobody's really taken an interest in it, really.
Most of that was me making a network connection with Boogie Bentley over at the SMB network, who's really pushed his YouTube. And we do I guess it's like the co-flagship show with the comic book bullies for Outright Geekery. We do that over there on YouTube at the SMB network. You can find that on YouTube. And we, but they have over 1,000 subscribers, and you have to have 1,000 subscribers to monetize on YouTube. So we're eventually going to push to YouTube, but this is the best thing for us because, again, we have 19,000 followers. We're just getting to more people, and our hopes are to monetize with Patreon. There's a couple of things up there, like one at $3 a month and one at $1 a month. We do plan on adding a lot more stuff to that. Yeah, the dollar is just the tip, but it's like $25 a month to get StreamYard going on the next level. But we're doing this in conjunction with a bunch of other shows. Instruments of Destruction, our Transformer show, is going to move into this same sort of format where we're just going to talk on the live stream. We're going to have the Outright Geekery Super Fun Time Explosion show is coming back. Finally.
Oh, man.
And that's
going
when
to be an experience.
That's been like a project in like works for years.
And we've done them before. Those are available on the Patreon at a those back issues. We're going to do the hell out of those. That's when we just invite any podcasters or nerds from our
Outright Geekery family.
The Outright Geekery family, and we just invite them. And that includes the Comic Book Incorporated Facebook group, a whole lot of those guys. But we do the hell out of that on there. We just talk mad shit, mostly on each other, which is a great thing. The goal is to have a knockdown drag out where we're all smiling at the end, and it usually happens. And then we end the show with a fun game, with me usually moderating a list game, which is fun.
I hated that.
I hated your list also.
So, and
I hated that because it was always because you always like fuck the format up.
No, it's not my list. I just snag it from the internet. I steal it from the internet.
Yeah, but you don't. Instead of making it like Jeopardy, where you have the first person who calls out their name can answer it. You're like, let's go in turns.
We have to go in turns.
No, you can.
I'm not going to sit here and listen to 5 people raise their hand on an internet delay.
They do it on the radio all the time.
This isn't the radio.
Morning radio, Zoo Crew stuff.
No, this is not Zoo Crew. Okay, I am the host. We'll do what I say on that one, especially on the Explosion show, because you got to keep a tight rein on all of those.
Yeah, you can't keep a rein on us.
You can't keep a rein on it. Okay,
it's like herding cats.
Yeah, it's exactly Adam Hempseed in the chat. We're just gonna hang out and talk nerd shit, and everything's gonna come up in that show. We should actually plan one for maybe this weekend.
Yeah, sure, why not?
I've got very little
Oh, well,
planned
you're not
for this
invited.
weekend.
You're not invited, a-hole.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Thank you. I'm
so
gonna
what
just
else?
show up anyways.
What else is going on, David? What do you got going on in the nerd life?
Well, I was hoping to get to this earlier, but
Earlier, we've only been streaming for like 20 minutes.
No, I'm talking about what I'm about to talk about.
Oh, is it old news? Is it
no?
boring?
It's not. It's not old news. They announced today that Fallout 76's next expansion, the Wastelanders expansion, has been pushed back a week.
I wonder why.
Do you still play that game?
Well,
yeah, he does.
I do jump in on occasion.
I know, right?
Come on,
David.
David.
I know some people who play it, but the people who play this massively multiplayer online game, the people who I know who play it because they want to play by themselves. They want to feel alone in the game. You know what I mean?
Man, David, when it does come out, I hope that update is really good. Since you have put all of this effort into staying into this game.
I have put a lot of effort into this game, and I still go in and check on it. You know, make sure everything's all right. Update my camp, update my inventory in my vending machines. Bullets sell, lots of bullets.
Henry was in the chat too. Holler if you're still in there, Henry. I can get you a code, Henry, if you want to jump in. Well, your service usually sucks anyway.
Hi, Henry.
But so yeah, I ain't got nothing going on, man.
Did you see this is Transformers related. Did you see the packaging for Double Diller?
Yeah, it looks all right.
I like it.
It's cool.
These Siege figures are pretty good.
Yeah. The Tokyo Olympics for 2020 are postponed to 2021. It's a big bummer. I'm a big fan of the Olympics. So no Olympics podcasts until next year.
We're not going to Japan now. My dream vacation has been shot to hell.
Were you going to go to the Olympics, David, for real?
No. I just wanted to visit Japan.
Well, you should go, man.
For the Olympics.
Anyway. Now you got time.
Japan's you got time. Still going to be there.
Use your bailout money since they're still making you work.
Yeah.
Dream big, baby.
Well,
flights are cheap right now.
Yeah, flights are cheap, but I don't know.
Yeah, no shit, man. That's actually a good idea, dude. You know, flights are cheap. I'm going to the Olympics, baby.
I wasn't going to go to the Olympics. I was just going to go sightseeing in Japan.
All right, rando question. This is an important question. What song, phrase, or poetic lines, whatever, etc., are you using when you're washing your hands? Because everybody's washing their damn hands. So what are you using while you wash your hands?
I just wash my hands, man.
You just don't do it? You're just like, I touch my face too. I don't give a shit.
I just wash my hands.
The final frontier.
David, that's the one I use, bro.
Are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise.
I don't do it.
It's a 5-year mission
as bad as
to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
I do that. I do the Next Generation one though.
I switch it up.
I love hearing Picard.
There's the
dulcet tones in my. in my
what
head.
is it? It was the mantra from Dune, like fear is the mind killer.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's a good one, especially in these times. Fear is the mind killer. It's so appropriate.
Are they making a new Dune movie too?
Yeah, I thought.
I think that's
they
been
were
postponed too.
I think all the movies have been postponed.
I think that's been postponed too. All right, let's get into it. We've been chit chatting enough. All right, Adam's not. You're really not washing your hands.
I am washing my hands. I'm just not singing a song while I'm doing it.
Why not? That's the best part about having to wash your hands is you get to sing a song while you're doing it.
I don't know.
Happy birthday to you, to you. Happy birthday.
We are a comic book podcast. Typically, and everybody's new, maybe new on Facebook. I don't know. Typically, what we do is we talk the news of the week or the couple of weeks or whatever, and about going on in the comic book universe. Creators moving around on books, different storylines that are making news. Not reviews. We do that on Comic Cast.
We do that on another
Do
podcast.
another show where we have monocles. We're better than you. Anyway, there's John Lee joining in. Thanks, John Lee, for hanging out. He's got a show that usually streams the same way we're doing here. I need to figure out what he's using because he can definitely join this whole thing that we're doing. You know what I mean? Streaming to the Outright Geekery page with what he's got. He's over there on the collector's corner. Definitely look that up on the Facebook. He's awesome. They're great over there too, man. They're diehard collectors. You know, only comics too, really. But anyway, all right. This is what we talk comics. So there's no new comics. There's no comic book news, but there's a whole lot of comic book news. But it's all really, really bad news. All right. We got the news that comic shops were shutting down all across the country and the world, you know. And yeah, there you go, John. And Diamond then shut down for shipping. Then we heard printers were shutting down. So basically the entire supply chain has shut down. Okay. But digital is still going on as far as we know in a lot of ways. Now we do have some updates on that. AWA Studios, they're pretty new. They're awesome. They had like 4 books released. The Resistance, Hotel Hell or whatever.
Red Border.
Red Border.
Archangel 9.
Yeah, Archangel 8, I think is what
8.
it was.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But very good books. Check them out. AWA Studios. Google them. Resistance #1 is actually available for free, and it's very appropriate. It's about a worldwide pandemic.
I actually got depressed reading that book.
Oh, it was great though, dude. Great pacing, good art.
It was great.
Yeah.
The
Did
art
it strike
was
too close to home?
fantastic, and
It really did.
It was just like, oh man, this has to be about a global pandemic too.
Right. So, and you can read Resistance #1 online, but also Valiant Entertainment are not shipping books. Okay, they've pretty much put pencils down. Right, both of those companies. They're not going to do digital release as long as direct market is closed. Many other publishers are helping out with returnability and discounts and things like that. Marvel has actually just said today that they are providing Diamond an extension on the timing of the payments to Marvel, so that Diamond has some flexibility, and hopefully Diamond would manage that in a way where the comic book shops would also get that extension. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that would involve Diamond managing something, which they don't do.
In my experience, I 100% agree with you. I talk with my comic book shop guy. I talk with Yule, who does a lot of podcasts. He's very vocal on Twitter and social media about how this is not right for the retailers. But Dark Horse actually came out and said they will not be releasing any comics digitally that are also not also available in print. So that's good.
So nothing new in digital that won't make it to print.
Exactly. And printing is shut down right now. Not only is distribution shut down,
printing is shut down.
Printing is shut down again, along with retail.
They're not making anything to ship, even if they wanted to.
Exactly. Books might still be getting created. As the creators are working at home, no conventions. They're probably cranking that shit out.
Cranking out.
Oh
scripts, artists. This could be like an artist's heaven, you know. Catching up on,
we're gonna. Yeah, I have a positive. That is one of the positives of this. We will get some crossovers with people saying, "Hey, man, my contract's on hold. What do you got going on? What are you doing? Let's do that book we talked about at whatever, you know, Comic-Con last year or whatever." Archie. 4-1 titles via direct sales channels and digitally. Marvel books are up on Comixology right now for pre-order for 4-1, and I'm saying that this is unacceptable. DC has said nothing. Okay,
DC is really good about saying nothing. They really are. Time,
yeah, they are,
and I hate that.
Yeah,
you know who has been saying a lot though?
Who?
Peter Samedi.
Oh yeah. Well, let's not get into Peter. Peter's going off the rails, dude.
He is just basically gone. Yeah, he's completely gone off the rails.
He's very vocal on Twitter. He is the guy over at Alterna Comics. He is really upset. And the reason he is upset because he hates Diamond just as much as everybody, but he understands that the retail market relies on Diamond, and he's worried about shops. He knows that shops rely on the big two, and you know, every publisher really, but mostly the big two. They're 50% or more of the industry. Relies on them to get product to the stores to sell him. And even if they could do that right now, the stores, most of the stores are not allowed to be open to sell comics. And by saying most, I mean by quantity of books sold. When all the stores in California are not allowed to be open, when all the stores in New York City are not allowed to be open, when all the stores in Chicago and Florida's, I think, going the same way, you know, that's over half the market. They can't sell books. Okay. It doesn't matter that your shop's buying 400 or 500 books. Midtown Comics buying like 1,000 books. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of everything. But anyway, I digress. A lot of publishers do not have final order cutoff for this week. Final order cutoff means this is the last day that your comic book shop can order a book for a customer and have it guaranteed to be there at a certain time, because that's done. DC Comics is not on this list. I'm telling you, it's Dark Horse, Dynamite, IDW, Image, Marvel, Aftershock, Archie, AWA, Oni, Titan, Valiant, Vault, Zenoscope. That's the market. That's pretty much everybody. But DC is not on this list. Okay. We haven't heard anything from
they're
really.
Definitely not going to be on that list. They're totally going to ship books doing digitally. I have no faith in Warner Brothers.
Where are they going to put the book? Or let's say, for example, that the books for 4.1 and even 4.8, okay, are printed and ready to be shipped from the printer. Let's just say that they can get those books out of the print shop and to the distribution warehouses. Diamond can't ship the books. Diamond can't ship the books. All of these orders for 4.1 and 4.8 at stores have been canceled or allowed to be returned or whatever. Why would the shops wait to return these? I would call Diamond right now and say, no, I don't even want them. Diamond should call the printer and say, no, we don't even want them. Now they got a bunch of books printed that are never even going to make it to shops, especially if shops are closed for 8 weeks. I got a lot more on this.
It's not good. Keep going.
All right.
DC's just like, here comes the choo-choo.
Yeah. Again, a lot of books are returnable. Marvel has increased retailer discounts across the line. DC Comics has lined up some events for kids and live streams, but that's about it. That news is all over the place, but I think I got the quote from Bleeding Cool. I mean, John says in 100% yes, local comic shops should shift more into back issues and directly dealing with local artists. I'm not sure if that's sustainable for the market.
It's not sustainable long term. There's no way most local comic shops can stay
if you're
open
even open.
Even if you're even open
right now,
selling back issues.
But just selling back issues long term, I just don't think there's enough of a consumer base that's going to say, yeah, I'll buy these old back issues. You know what I mean? And I'm not suggesting that it's a spec market. I'm saying you want to sell these for recreation. I just don't think the numbers are there for that.
And honestly, it's hard. It would be hard to get back issues right now, because I know I'm in our shop. It's pick up.
Big Willie.
It's pickup or delivery only. So I can't go in there and sift through their stacks and see what they have.
Exactly. I mean, some shops should be doing eBay stores right now, and all these live auctions you see.
Yeah.
Again, if they have shipping. A lot of these places that are locked down, they have minimal shipping. You're just, especially in New York right now, I've heard some places it's essential shipping. They got mail people carrying health supplies to and from distribution centers. I mean, it's nuts out there in some places, but this is trickling down, and this is going to be an ongoing thing. Again, it's the uncertainty that's the problem. We don't know how long this is going to last. So the professionals that I'm seeing talking are saying 6 to 8 weeks, maybe longer. That's the timeline that I'm looking at. Some people are saying Easter, but the same people said August, like the week before. So I don't know who to believe. I hear scientists saying 6 to 8 weeks. So that's what we're going for.
6 to 8 weeks for it to pass?
For the pandemic, if we do what we're supposed to do for the curve to level out, which is what they're talking about. But I don't want to get into science and health.
Yeah.
I'm not that guy.
You're not that kind of geek.
Yeah.
No.
So printing's all messed up. Free Comic Book Day is all messed up.
Yeah, that's been canceled for the year, I guess.
But it was going to happen
in a month.
But
I don't know. I don't think it's canceled for the year. I think the industry would probably try to reschedule that.
All right, now let me talk about
they've already announced all of those books.
Yeah, they did, and that's the problem. Okay, let's say we continue to go forward with digital releases. Marvel and DC, especially Marvel and DC, always use Free Comic Book Day to promote the events or important story arcs that they have coming up in the next 3 to 6 months. By the time
Free Comic Book Day will happen, the events will already be started
halfway
or done.
through.
Yeah.
So what the hell? Now what? Now Free Comic Book Day Empire #0 becomes a collector's item because it doesn't matter at all? That's so messed up to me, dude. You know what I mean?
Empire is not going to matter at all,
local?
period, anyway. But that's a
Do
whole
what?
different thing. So Empire is not going to matter at all, period, anyway. But that's a whole different other
Right?
thing.
So Tony Dillard, who's a great guy, editor over at Outright Geekery, he brought this up. Marvel, this being a Marvel and DC issue only. Okay? These smaller publishers may have trouble keeping the doors open in this time. They don't have big parent companies like Marvel and DC do.
Yeah, I figure a bunch of smaller publishers are probably going to shutter after this is over
or we'll
with.
see buyouts.
Yeah, that too.
The creators are basically like you and me. They're Joe Schmoes. You know, one way or another, they are contract freelancers, and that's going to be government help. You know, we don't know how the business side of it works in terms of getting help from the government, but we know that individuals are getting a certain amount in the United States at this point. We don't know how it works overseas because a lot of, they work all over. You know, these creators work all over. And if their contract in the United States ends, but they live in, Brazil or Europe, they have to follow those rules. I don't know how any of that works.
No.
So there's a lot of stuff. And that's, again, adding to the uncertainty. We don't know. So, so there's more than just the publishers to worry about. And the retailers, there's the creators, and then there's us at the very bottom of that who you should care about, the fans who aren't going to have reviews to write and podcasts to talk about. Boo-hoo. But I'm worried about people's jobs, and people losing their livelihoods, Come on, somebody else say something. I got a cough.
I mean, you're just depressing me, man. What is there to say to all this? I mean, you're right. It's a big two issue that they're going to keep doing this, but at the same time, they're kind of put in a corner. They have to still make money somehow.
Sure.
During this time.
John Lee in the chat, IDW seems like they might end up being the most in trouble. I don't know. IDW has a parent company. It's not a big parent company.
They still do have a parent company, though.
IDW Media Holdings. They do have their toes like in the movie water and the TV water. They have a lot of projects going on. So
they also have a lot of deals with like Marvel and DC. They do.
Exactly.
Well, particularly Marvel. Yeah, they publish almost like all the kids stuff from Marvel nowadays.
Yeah. They do all the kid stuff for Star Wars and hero stuff for Marvel. So they do have a little bit of help there. And they're all licensed stuff. All of their stuff is licensed. So it's all, and I'm just saying, just in the context of everything we're talking about, if IDW has a license deal with Hasbro to do Transformers and G.I. Joe and My Little Pony, IDW might be contractually obligated to release digitally.
Yeah,
they might.
You know what I mean?
Because they might have a quota of how many certain comic books they have to release every month.
Yes,
just to keep copyright.
We don't know, not to keep the copyright,
Trademarks.
But just contractually
keep the contract.
Yeah. I don't know how any of that works, and that's again the problem. There's uncertainty because we're starting this campaign trying to get Marvel and DC to say no, we're not going to release digital comics to try to help comic shops. But then IDW turns around and releases these books. They're going to be like, oh, IDW can do it, but you know what I mean? These are the things that are gonna come
I mean,
up.
that's a big problem in another industry that I'm gonna go into. I'm a big wrestling fan. If anybody knows me,
we have a wrestling show that is going to be on later tonight on this page, on the Facebook page, the Wrestling Council. Check it out.
But the big problem right now is that all these shows, they have these contracts with these TV stations where they have to produce episodes every week. And so they have these wrestlers going out there and wrestling every single week, even though there is a pandemic going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't follow
There's
wrestling
no
a whole lot, but they were wrestling to empty arenas and
But I mean, it goes into like they're in a corner. They have to produce a show of some kind, but then again, do they have to produce a show with people actually wrestling?
Why not like, go through the wrestling fundamentals or something like that, or show like wrestling history?
You want them to turn it into a YouTube channel.
They should just do like a WrestleMania 3 replay or something like that.
They've been doing that on ESPN. Do you see where they turned ESPN?
Oh yeah, I did see that they did that on ESPN. Yeah,
they turned it into the Ocho or whatever. All right, back to the story at hand. Okay,
yeah, back to your story.
Let's just talk for 2018 statistics. $1.095 billion in comics sold. 635 million of that was graphic novels. 360 million of that was paper comic books, and only 100 million was digital comics. Now, we don't think that this counts unlimited services like Comixology Unlimited or Marvel Unlimited. And DC has that too, DC Universe. And others have something like that too. I doubt it does. I think this is just books purchased on Comixology or Marvel or one of these other things. So it likely skews these numbers, right? Because if you're a reader,
William, it is lame without an audience.
Yeah, right. It is, dude. But so it skews the numbers, because if you're a reader and you're willing to wait 3 months for your books, you're cool with Comixology and Marvel Unlimited. You know what I mean? And you're still a digital comic book reader who's consuming a digital product. So we don't know, and we won't know, just like with coronavirus, we won't know if it worked. We'll know if we get through it. People also don't have money. All right. So what we're talking about is, if after this is all done, can we actually measure the impact that the coronavirus lockdowns had on the direct market in terms of people switching over to digital? And I'm just not sure we can do it.
No.
So that's why I'm saying, again, we should get rid of digital comics while the direct market is not able to get them, right?
I mean, I don't think we should get rid of digital comics.
I go a lot deeper.
I don't think we should get rid of digital comics, period. I mean,
just while this is going on, digital comic releases.
If you're releasing a digital comic that is supposed to be a digital comic,
sure,
then that's fine. That's cool.
Yes, but if it was supposed to be digital first anyways, sure, I'm okay with that, because the direct market was going to miss out on that either way.
Yeah, because the direct market wasn't going to get it anyway.
Yeah,
you're not stealing from a different market.
Yeah, and that's exactly, I'm glad you used that word, because that's what this feels like it is, okay? If the digital product is kind of bad, okay? And I think
it's also bad because the digital product is overpriced.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's overpriced because it's the same price as the paper cover price.
It is the same price as the paper comic, but you don't get the paper comic.
And you don't get the advertisements. So why the hell is it as much as that?
Well, they got to pay for more when you're doing a paper comic. You got to pay for
distribution. But you said so yourself that it's essentially the file that the comic book company has.
Yes.
Boom.
It's essentially that file. But I think the reason that the digital price is still so high is because they do not want to alienate the direct market. They want the direct market to succeed. They're trying to make the digital market less appealing to make the paper product more appealing.
But now the digital market's the only thing that is
the only
there.
game,
and that's the problem. That's the problem. That's a big deal between readers and
they're gonna try to push people towards that digital market because it's cheaper for them in the long run.
Exactly. Okay. Also, with digital comics, they don't take advantage of a lot of technological innovation in terms of sort of technical stuff.
They're presented lame.
The targeted ads, timed ads, data collection, stuff like that. Right now, this is really hardcore like economics. If we have a gradual decline of the direct market, like we've been seeing, a gradual decline, that would lead to added innovation and market appeal to the digital market. Okay. They would try to, as the direct market fails, they would try to make the digital market more appealing to try to make up those funds. They would have to. That's capitalism says that's what they would have to do. And possibly a Netflix of comics with some sort of tier thing and ads, like I mentioned. But if the direct market goes off a damn cliff, they don't have to do shit to change the digital market.
They can just keep it the way it is because it already is that way.
And that'll lead to one of two things. Either it'll succeed and the digital market will suffer, or it will fail. But they'll try. So we'll have both fail. We'll have the direct market fail and the digital marketplace fail. And people will just stop reading comics. That's worst case scenario.
That is worst case
But
scenario.
either way, there's going to be a hit. There's going to be a hit. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's going to take a hit.
That's my problem. Why are we know people are going to take a hit. That's what I'm getting to. We know people are going to take a hit. Why should we risk any more that the direct market is going to take an even bigger hit by giving the digital marketplace an unfair advantage in this unprecedented time? It makes no sense to me, dude. It makes no sense to me. And
You're
again,
right.
I think there will always be paper comics. I'm worried about there being so few comic shops left that Diamond Comics can't distribute and make money.
Well, yeah.
And then Marvel and DC and these companies have no way to distribute, or at least a new way to distribute.
The problem is during this time, all of these local comic book shops that are having all of these problems are going to close down, and people are going to have to start driving farther and farther to get their paper comics, or they have to get them
delivered.
Delivered.
But the thing
whatever.
is, if
no
one's getting comics, then nobody. If no one's getting comic books from the publishers at the time, all of them are pretty much in the same boat. Doesn't matter how far you drive.
Sure. And John Lee says if the big two stop publishing floppies, crowdfunding will fill the gaps. And he's right. And we did mention having your books shipped. But comic book shops aren't just like stores. It's not just a Target or a Walmart. It's part of a culture.
It's a community.
It's a community. I mentioned this on Comic Cast the other day. Actually, I think it was the Boogie Show. We were doing an extra Boogie Show. Check that out on SMB Network on YouTube. But my mom moved around a lot. Like every 2 or 3 years, she moved around. She had a restless soul. But every time we moved somewhere, there was always a comic book shop that I could go to and talk to people about things that interest me. It felt like there was always a place where I belonged, no matter what was going on. And that's different now. I understand it's a changed world, but
not really, though.
Outright Geekery would not be a thing. We would not be doing this if it wasn't for a comic book shop.
I wouldn't know either of you guys if it wasn't for a comic book shop.
The guys who own my comic book shop and the guys who work at my book shop, I've known for like 15 years. You know what I mean? We know,
and they're great guys.
They've seen my kids grow up. You know what I mean? You don't have this sort of thing in retail anymore. You don't have it with Walmart and these big box stores. You just don't have that sort of mom and pop thing. And comic book shops are one of the last bastions of that. And I'm so afraid that this is going to be the end of that. You know what I mean? I'm really, really worried about it. So if I could quote a Corey Shelton, I said I would quote him out because I really liked it. Okay. He said, "I'm not okay with ditching the community." And Corey is just some dude who hangs out in a Facebook group I'm in. I'm not okay with ditching the community business when times get tough in the name of convenience or impatience. I can buy one or the other, and I'll always pick the guy I know over Jeff Bezos. Now, Jeff Bezos, not picking on him, but he can take it. If the publishing schedule continues as normal, comic shops are still shit out of luck because they won't be able to sell a month-old book regardless of how new the printing is. Continuing with business as usual will hurt the guys. You've put years of work and passion into this industry. I just can't bring myself to do it. He's absolutely right. I'm going to post it in the chat here now, a couple of hashtags and a link to an article where I dished all this out earlier and share that out. Another thing. All right. What happens when everything gets back to normal? Okay. Let's say that shops are up and about. Our print shops who have been closed for 2 months, are they going to come back and reprint the 2 months of books that we missed and expect shops to sell those after they've been available on digital for 2 months?
I mean, I would want to buy those.
Are the print shops not going to?
Because I'm not going to buy them on digital.
I would too. Would the print shops not be busy pushing current books?
Well, what they should do is they should just pause it all, period.
That's what we're talking about, but it doesn't look like that's happening. It doesn't look like that's going to happen.
I don't know.
I'm going to check Bleeding Cool again. No. I know I always go to Bleeding Cool.
You would think that the print shops would be busy trying to print off, the current batch of books.
Well, they're closed.
I mean like when they reopen.
Oh, yeah. But I think it all depends on what is ordered by the publisher. What if the publisher just says, nope, we're going all digital for as long as this thing lasts 6 to 8 weeks. Sorry about your luck. That would be a terrible thing for the market. Imagine not being able to get a I don't know, Batman 90, 93 or whatever it would be. You just can't find it. You just can't get
8 weeks. That's 2
8
months.
weeks.
2 months. That's 4
worth of
issues.
comics.
That's 4 issues of Batman.
Dude, 4 issues of Flash. That's 4 issues of Empire. I think Empire is supposed to start in April.
Yeah. Dude,
that's like 6 issues of tie-ins for Empire.
Could you imagine all the X-Men?
Yeah.
Oh, are you kidding me? I'm buying all the X-Men because why? Because I buy everything with an X on it. I want a complete run of X-Men to have forever.
Could you imagine though
digitally.
8-week missing gap of all of those X-Men books?
That's 2 of every X book, dude. There's like 8 X books right now.
That's like 4 of certain ones. X-Men is double shipped. I think New Mutants is double shipped. X-Force is definitely double shipped.
Yeah. Hey, what up, E-Dub? Eli in the chat. He does. He's gonna do a new show on this setup here on the live stream with Ogar. They both do regular podcasts. They're gonna do a Conan show on here. Check out Eli on the Outright Geekery Podcast Network. Go to outrightgeek.com/podcasts. And he does comic book bullies with Leroy. I wish Leroy was in here. Me and Leroy were going back and forth on this all day. He wants comics to change. And I admit there is an inevitable change coming where comics will eventually be all digital and comic shops will be just for collectors, not readers. I get it. It's coming. I get it. But a sudden drop off the cliff is not the way to go. But they do a show called The Comic Book Bullies. It's dope. It's rad. He also does a show called Geek Savs, the Native Nerd Podcast. Check that out. Ogar and Eli. Ogar does the Valiant Get Valiant show we do. It's all about Valiant comics. But him and Eli are going to do a Conan show. That's in the early development process.
Conan, like the Barbarian?
Yeah. No, like the redheaded talk show host.
He could be.
That would actually, I would actually like the. I would read a Team Coco Conan the Barbarian mix up or match up.
Oh, Eli,
crossover.
it says that you joined. I don't know if it's because I'm the administrator of the live chat or of whatever, but it says Eli joined. Whenever somebody joins, it says Eli joined. I really like that feature because then I can say hi to everyone who comes in, and then they'll comment like Eli just did. I was saying, "Oh shit, I didn't even comment. How'd you know I was here?" But
he's got magic powers. He just knows.
Magical powers.
So, yeah, I don't know, man. It's a tough time, all right? And the problem is uncertainty. We don't know what's going to happen. And I think the best thing to do is just to pause comics for a little while and let this whole thing just, develop and see what happens. And let's be patient. And my goal is to protect small business, protect the local comic book shops. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, because they're the ones who are going to get hurt most out of this. Diamond will be okay.
Diamond will be okay if they have shops to distribute to. And if there's not as many shops to distribute to, it could take a huge hit.
There will always be a Midtown Comics for them to distribute to.
That's right, but you need one guy for that, not a warehouse full of guys.
Yeah, help preserve your local comic shops, folks.
Yes. Also, what can you do right now to help your local comic book shop? Because you can, even if they're closed, even if you're on limited, whatever. A lot of them are doing curbside pickup and stuff like that. I do not advise doing that. The coronavirus is you can still catch it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, be extra careful. Okay.
I mean, I'm debating whether if I wanted to get like the mail order and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm really debating that. I don't know.
No, I'm not doing it. It's funny because I was just talking about my local comic book shop. Larry just joined the chat. Larry is the owner and operator of Comic City 2 in Madison, Tennessee.
Hi, Larry.
Hey, Larry.
Larry?
He's been my comic book shop guy for a long time. Even before he owned the store, he worked at the store, and he was my comic book shop guy for a long time. Great store. Yeah, I don't need my book.
Gift card.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say, Larry. Buy a gift card. Your shop right now is accepting them. Call them, hit them up on social media and say, instead of buying my regular stack this week, I'm just going to give you what I regularly would, spend in a week in a gift card. If you can swing it. Larry, buy a gift card. If you can swing it. A lot of people are out of work too. They don't have a lot of money. We understand that. But if you can, everybody is suffering. Help them out. Give them a
Definitely.
Give them your money. Give them your money
if you can help. It's always nice to help.
Yeah, prepay for your pull lists with those.
Actually, that's a pretty good idea. I
What?
like that.
Buying gift cards.
Well, prepaying your list.
Prepaying your pull list.
Yeah.
Well, and honestly, it just sounds like a good idea. I would wait because we don't know if Marvel is going to, or DC or any of these companies are actually going to ship books from months that aren't printed yet.
Right. You pay for a pull list that may never come.
Right now, we know books for April 1st. We know those are in the warehouse. Diamond has said, they've come out and said. For 8, we're not sure. And after that, I would doubt it. After that, I would doubt because the printers are close too. So, yeah. And that's fine. Eli is in there saying his local comic book shop shut down and he went digital. I am not suggesting that there is a preferred method to read comics. If you want to read digital, do it. All I'm saying is right now, digital comics, because of this worldwide pandemic, have an unfair advantage over the direct market. And because of that, if this thing lasts for a while, it could really
destroy the direct market.
It could destroy the direct market, and that's really what we're worried about.
Yeah. Losing that sense of community.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Sorry. I'm moving. What's going on?
Woof, woof.
I hate change.
Exactly. That's what file cabinets are for. I have a bunch of boxes too. I don't keep my books in boxes. I keep them on very nice piles I like to call stacks. But really, they're just piles.
I have a lot of boxes on shelves.
So let me post it again one more time in the chat just so everybody gets it. Those are the hashtags we're using right now. Say no to digital and support your LCS, because we want Marvel and DC to not alienate the direct market, and that's not to say they haven't done a lot. They have. They've said we're going to return comics or make them returnable. We're going to give you discounts, all this stuff, but I don't think it's enough, man. So, public service announcement. I'm trying to save comic book shops. I'm trying to save the economy. We can do it. I don't know.
We can do it.
We'll try.
We just have to get through this first.
Really, I'm selfish. I don't want my damn comic book shop to close. Okay?
I don't want my comic book shop to close either. And I really don't want Comic City to shop close.
Man. I like Rick and all, but I don't want to go to Rick's. Just saying.
Hi, Rick.
Hey, Rick. He's not here. All right, well, let's wrap this. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. We usually don't do a live show, but
no, we don't. This is something different. But hey, I thought it was good. I thought it went better than I thought it would go for us.
Oh, honestly. I do a live show. I do at least one live show every week. And they always go like this, man. It's always fun, off the cuff, just chit-chatting back and forth like we do. I had a lot to say, but I had a lot of notes. These guys, there's nothing going on.
Yeah.
Usually when there's actually stuff going on, these guys are full of it.
Gaumer was better prepared for this. I've been kind of focused on other things.
I made this my mission the past couple of days to get this out here,
Man, there's just nothing happening.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we can share bread recipes and stuff.
CBS All Access
can't buy any.
CBS All Access has a 30-day free trial. They've upped their free trial to 30 days. I'm at almost
getting it. I've been meaning to catch up on my Star Trek.
Picard is pretty dope. It's pretty dope. Pretty good.
Free trial. Yay.
Yeah. There's a lot of free trials out there. But anyway, check us out on outrightgeekery.com. Like the page, share with your friends, do all that good stuff. We could do a bunch of other shows. I think Adam and I are streaming next week. Maybe tonight, maybe Friday night to do Instruments of Destruction. We're going to plan an explosion show. We got to get a bunch of guys together for that. But yeah, a lot of stuff going to be happening on this page, on this video channel, whatever the hell you want to call it.
It helps to break up the monotony of what we're going through right now, the whole mundaneness of the situation.
Well, even when that's done, we're going to continue to do it.
Yes.
Unless comics end up just going away forever.
Then we'll just have to find something else to talk about.
What? What are you going to needlepoint or some shit?
Wrestling?
Oh my gosh. Collect baseball cards? Okay, boomer. Whatever, Big Willie. All right, everybody.
I'm not a boomer.
Eli, John, William. If you like what's going on too, check out the Patreon. I put the link up here. I could find it again. Put the link in before we go. But you guys got anything? Anything you want to pimp? Want to promote?
No, not really, man. Just
wash your hands.
Show. Yeah,
don't touch your face.
Yeah.
Keep
don't
your
touch face, wash
distance.
your hands.
Keep a safe distance
Yeah.
from other people. I
That's
love
why
you.
we're doing this remote. Okay. On that note, we're out. Thanks, everybody.